Well, good afternoon. This is Rob, and it is the 7th of June, and I'm still in Pahrump. Yesterday, I finished my final PT, physical therapy, for my leg problem, hip arthritis leg problem. And 2 weeks ago, I started deep tissue massage, and today, I am on my way to Med Spine, which is a chiropractor. And I can tell you at this point, I am about 80% of the way back to normal. And I'm pretty happy about that.
Turn left at the traffic light.
See, I've got my directions on. It's my first time to this doctor's office. And I understand the first one will be a meeting with there's a chiropractor, a nurse practitioner. Also, I'll get a set of x-rays, and maybe you'll find out a little bit more about what's going on with me today. But off that topic, I want to talk about Pahrump. Now, it's Pahrump, and it is June 7th. So you're thinking, Pahrump, Nevada, in the desert outside of Nevada, what are you thinking? Well, let me tell you about the weather this year, the only year I'm familiar with this time. In June, May and June, the temperatures have been between, I would say, 83 and 93 the vast majority of the time. There are a couple of days where it got into, 95, 96, but that's it. And, we all have varying degrees of comfort in various temperature zones. Me, I'm fine with this temperature range. It's not comfortable when it's 93 or 94 sitting in the direct sun, but sitting in the shade, I'm just fine. I love going to the pool.
2.5 miles. Arrive at 3250 South Nevada Highway 160 on the right.
Oh, it's going to be on the right. I thought it was going to be on the left. Oh, well. So, anyway, it's very unexpected. Now, I did ask one of the ladies in the office, I said, is this typical? And she said, no. She said, usually it's getting over 100 by this time. So maybe I just got lucky this year, but I don't think I get the local Las Vegas news. They haven't cracked 100 yet. They certainly have, an hour away over in Death Valley. It's certainly into the hundreds there, but, that's the hottest place in the country. So it's going to be hot there. So I'm pretty happy with Pahrump, the Pahrump weather and everything about Pahrump. So my Yosemite trip, or my Yosemite camp posting, I got another email this morning. Basically, they're saying, look, I know we said August, but it's probably not going to be in September until it actually opens, so you'll only got maybe a month of camp posting in. And we understand if you don't want to do that. And I said, you know what? I do want to do that. Count on me. I'll be there. You just let me know when. Because even if it's a month, it's a month. Even if it's 3 weeks or 2 weeks, it's in Yosemite for free, and I'm into the national park system. So I'm going to do it. Now, I am going to leave Pahrump the middle of July, and where I'm going is, I don't know. I haven't decided. Where I'd really like to go is I'd like to take a trip back east. I'd like to see my brother and sisters in Ithaca, New York. I'd like to stop at a friend's property she just bought and spend some time there. But I'm looking at the mileage, it's so far. I don't know. But I should be coming up on the turn here. I hope it's going to tell me. It better tell me. Okay, so I just checked, and it's still a half a mile away. I'm running a little late because I was supposed to be there at about 1:35, and it's 1:40 now. But what are they going to do? Sue me? So it's a little further away than I thought. But I'm betting it's in a shopping strip or something up here. But I'm going to have you stay with me until I get there so you can see where I'm going. I think I can turn the camera around. And there's the camera turn around.
1/4 mile. Arrive at 3250 South Nevada Highway 160 on the right.
So it's up here in 1/4 mile. This is Highway 160. This is Hey guys, sorry about the confusion on the driving, but I had to turn everything off because I got lost. What can I say? And I had to regroup and find this place. I was a little late for the appointment. But anyway, amazing experience. I was in there, so let's see, I went in at 1:45. It's 3 o'clock, so I was in there quite a while. I had a full meeting with a nurse practitioner, and then a meeting with the doctor, a full set of x-rays, and they found a lot of stuff in my spine. I know you go to a chiropractor, they find stuff, and you don't know whether to believe it or not because you're not an expert. You're looking at you have to depend on them to say, point at something in the x-ray and say this is wrong, and you can't really tell because you're not an expert. But I really do trust this guy, and especially since he did some adjustments, not really cranking on it, but did some adjustments that I felt in the office, walking back and forth, I felt back to normal. I have some spurs and compression, and surprisingly in my neck and lower back, there is definitely some hip arthritis going on, and but what's making it worse is all these other things going on with my spine. So I was really encouraged about how good I felt immediately after he did the adjustments. So I'm going to be going back to him. It's like only $45 a session. I'm going to be going 3 times a week for a little while, and it is in case you're interested and you're ever in Pahrump and need a chiropractor, it's David Lewis, and it's Med Spine Integrated Medical, 3250 South Highway 160, Suite 7 in Pahrump. The other thing is, it did not feel like this man was guessing about what was going on. He had a lot of certainty about what was going on, and certainty about what I needed to do and how long it would take. And I've seen 6 weeks worth of PT where they were admittedly just guessing about what was going on, and they'd say it, they weren't sure. And a chiropractor in Quartzsite that gave me adjustments but admitted he had no idea what was really going on and didn't take x-rays. They don't have x-rays there. And the x-rays wasn't expensive. A full set, neck, pelvis, back, lower back. I think there were 4 x-rays. It was $105, which is like nothing for that kind of thing. I'm pretty enthusiastic about this, and I will definitely, after a month of seeing him 3 times a week, I will update y'all on the progress and see if it really did work. But to have someone finally say with some certainty that they understand what's going on with me, a couple of things he's having me do is go on his website and review the sleeping video and sleep position video and accommodate his suggestions as closely as humanly possible, which I'm going to do when I get home. He said sleep position has a lot to do with what's going on with me. And so I'm going to take a look at that. And I said, well, I'm still doing these, these series of stretches, twice a day. They're painful. And he said, look, you don't need to do those stretches. Your problem is not your lack of stretching. He said that, and I said, I'm 80% of the way back. And he said, after digesting my full history, he said, even if you had done nothing, you would very likely have the same symptoms that you do now because of the passage of time and your body adjusting to it. So don't get thinking that going through these painful stretches twice a day are what got you where you are today. He said, just if you want to do the stretches, do them once, not twice a day, and do it maybe every 3 days. So that was a relief because those stretches were not something I was looking forward to. He said the strength training is always a good thing. He said the walking is, as long as you are able to do your walk with an even distribution of weight on both sides, the walking would be good. If you're limping around, that's not good. Don't do it. Oh, and then the x-ray. The thing that I did see is when you look at the straight-on x-ray of the hips, one hip looks hugely bigger than the other one. And he said that is because you're rotated there, and the rotation is giving you the illusion that hip is bigger. It's not. They're the same size. And he did adjustments to try to straighten that out. But that was something I could see that looked wrong, whether you're a medical expert or you're just a fairly bright person looking at an x-ray. The hips should be the same size, and they very clearly didn't appear to be the same size because one side was rotated, even though I was standing as straight as possible up against that support that you put your back up against when you're getting an x-ray. So there was an ambulance coming by, the usual thing in old Pahrump. So anyway, we're going to see what we could do about this. He did say, the one consistent piece of information I've gotten through this whole thing is we can make things, you can make things better. And I'm talking about research I've done on the internet. With hip arthritis, you can make things better, and you can significantly delay a hip replacement. However, it's maybe inevitable that you'll have to get a hip replacement. I said, well, I'm 63 and a half. I need to make it to 65. And he said, you're not that far gone. You should be able to make 65 and, Medicare and whatever supplement that I get. And he said, granted, the guys from the physical therapy said the same thing. Oh, no problem getting you being fine by the time you go to Yosemite. Well, he's saying the same thing. I believe him a little bit more. And this place, really, if you look online in this place, they've got stellar reviews that I think, I'm going to make a left up here, I think. They have stellar reviews. Oh, the traffic light is out. I wonder if there's a power outage, guys. That's interesting. Oh, I've been recording this whole time. I don't need this. So anyway, I got distracted and I stopped. The recording kept going and I was just driving silently. So anyway, it's a lot to take in. I'll keep everybody updated on how I'm doing with this new treatment. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. And I will catch you on the next video.